Greetings, family. This is Angelo, and I'm here today. This is my first video. Happy to come out and finally bring in the message, but wanted to start things off with a few reasons why you should start growing mushrooms today. So the first one that I came up with was you don't have to buy them. Quit going out there and buying them. You kind of put yourself at risk, just putting yourself out there. They are illegal in a lot of the world, not just the United States that I'm currently in. So yeah, it just kind of removes the middleman. You go from spore to shroom, like I said. The next reason would be you don't have to seek them out. If you've done that before, it could be quite laborious, exhausting, frustrating. There's no standard of quality or customer service in the black market, so it kind of removes that frustration of having to go out of your way and get them, when they're just right at your house. The next one would be you control quality. Okay, so on a physical level, you don't really know what's going to go in your mushrooms. I mean, there's really not a whole hell of a lot that someone could do to contaminate your mushroom, but as far as when they're harvested, they could be improperly dried. Like I said, there's no standard. There's no one's holding these people to a standard or holding them accountable. So you could buy something that you don't really know the quality of it. It could be old, improperly dried, like I mentioned, moldy even. So when you grow your own, you definitely are sure of what you're producing, how you're producing it, and it's a good feeling knowing that. The next one I put is flexibility in, when, and how you dose. So having mushrooms on hand allows you to, as far as like your schedule, you could work out when that happens. If you're into exploring higher doses, you could do that. You could have that amount there set aside for when you're ready. Or you could start a microdosing regimen. It like I said, it gives you that flexibility to be able to do what you want, how you want to. The next one would be, it provides a proper basis of knowledge for growing other mushrooms. So the next one you could grow would be, the next logical step would be oyster mushrooms, which are delicious. You could do all kinds of culinary craziness with them, as far as like mock chicken, and I've done a carne asada before. Anyway, getting off topic, but oyster mushrooms, and the steps are very similar. So when you go even into like maybe lion's mane or reishi, things that take a little more skill, you're going to already understand somewhat the basis to build off of that. So that's really powerful, especially if you're into growing things and doing it on your own. So another reason to grow your own psilocybin mushrooms would be to have extra to experiment with in the kitchen. Okay, so this means you're going to have extra to make chocolates out of, make a psilocybin honey, like a blue honey some people call. I've seen a recipe on the interwebs for what's it called, like gummy bears. Like psilocybin gummies, which would be really cool to do. I've never done that before. I never had them before. So yeah, really like the sky's the limit. Your imagination. You can also have extra to share, and share the blessings, give away, donate, So many people don't know about the magic of mushrooms, of psilocybin, and so many people could use them So having extra that you could just kick down to your friends, family, just people you may meet along the journey of life that you know in that moment will need them or want them. That's a very special thing, a very beautiful thing. And it's a gift to be able to gift that. So that's definitely a reason to grow mushrooms. Another one would be it fosters a deep relationship with the sacred fungi. When you go out and buy them from someone that you may or may not have a personal relationship with, you take on their energy. On the metaphysical level, on the energetic level, you take on their energy, and that influences the journey or the trip. People have told me, like, I don't know, I'm skeptical sometimes with energy. Not skeptical, but I like to have a lot of evidence to really believe. But people have told me that my mushrooms that I've produced and grown in the past are more potent than others, and I have been a little resistant to that, but because there's a saying, a cube is a cube is a cube. All cubensis have the same amount of psilocybin or strength, potency, but on the metaphysical level, there is energy that you put into it. I believe that with food. That's why I don't eat meat from in the grocery store, things like that. So yeah, when you grow your own, you create that energy, that relationship. You see them grow from spore to shroom, and when you ingest that psilocybin, it's such a deeper connection with the medicine, and I think that's very important, especially if you're trying to work with psilocybin. It's important. It's very important to grow them, get connected with the mushroom. And last but not least, it is super empowering to bring forth the psilocybin. To know, I remember my first trip, I was looking at them because I ate them and there's still some growing, a second or third flush. And I was looking at them and I was like, holy shit, I did that. I brought them forth with my brain and my energy and just my willingness to do it. I did that. And that was very empowering. It made me feel good, made me feel confident. So, yeah, that's another reason to grow psilocybin mushrooms. So family, join me on this journey. Let's grow some shrooms. Let's spread the message of the medicine. Let's explore the multiverse. I know I got a 7 to 10 gram journey lined up, and for some people that's small, but for me that's just where I'm at, and that's the process. You start at 5, work your way up every 2 grams until you get comfortable with the multiverse, and you start really getting into those higher doses. And I think everyone needs to start doing that. Let's start doing that. Let's go. Let's push the envelope. So I'll be doing a class coming up very soon on January 11th. It will be here on YouTube, and that will be live, so you can ask questions and all that. If you miss it, you can purchase the replay, and yeah, empower yourself. Much love. Have a beautiful day. Peace.